All right, beautiful people. In this lesson, we are going to build a basic C program that will help us to find the even numbers from m to n. Here, m refers to starting point and n refers to the ending point. So let's say if somebody tells us the starting point will be 10 and then the n will be 20, that means we need to find out all the even numbers from 10 to 20. In our case, it will be, let's say, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. So this is supposed to be the output. Okay, we already know how to find out a number is even or odd. If we divide a number by 2 and if that number is divisible by 2, then we can say that number is even, right? There are many ways we can solve this program, but at least let's start. First of all, we need to get the user input, which is the starting point and the ending point. So let's do that. Here I'm going to declare a few variables, m and n. Also, for running the loop, I'm going to use I here, and then we can ask the user to give the value for m. So here, let's say start value, and the user will give the value. We will take that inside the scanf. So let me do that here, %d, and let's put that value inside m. Okay, so now that we have the starting point, we can copy and paste to get the ending value as well. So here I'm going to say end value, and it's going to have the value here n, and now we need to run this loop. Okay, so let's start running the loop. We'll start from I equal, let's say, from where we want to start and how long we want to run and how we want to update. So let's say at this moment we're going to update by 1, and we know the starting point, which is this value from the user. So we'll start from m, we are going to run until n, and then we want to do something, right? We want to, let's say for now, we are going to print the value of I so that I can show you what we have here. So here I'm going to print the value of I, just %d, and then maybe I can keep some space and then just print the value of I. This time I want to, print all the values side by side. That's why I'm not using any new line. I'm just leaving one space. So let's say it will print 1 and also the space, and then it will print 2 and also the space. So let's run this program and let's see what we're going to get. But in the end, maybe after this, I'm going to just print a new line. Okay, here, just to keep things separate. All right, that's also after the loop is exit, then we're going to print this new line. When the loop is over, then we're going to print a new line. Let's run this. Let's see what we have here. Let's say starting value is 10 and then the ending value is 20. It's going to print from 10 to 20. Okay, so we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Fair enough. But we wanted to have only the even numbers, right? So how can we make sure that we are only printing the even numbers? So here we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have all the numbers inside the variable I. If the I variable is divisible by 2, only then we should print the number. That means that's going to be the even number, right? So what we can do, we can make a condition here with the help of with the help of if control statement, because we know that all the values will be inside the variable I. If this variable is divisible by 2, then we can say that number is going to be even number, and then only then we can print the value of I. That's all. So this time we have a bit more condition here. We already did this condition earlier when we have learned the conditional control statement. We have seen how to check a number is even or odd. So if the number is divisible by 2, then we said that number is even. So we are saying exactly the same thing, but this time we have a loop. So inside the loop, we'll have, let's say the first value is 10, we'll have the 10 value, it will check. Then we'll have 11, it will check the value 11, whether it's even or not. Then we'll have 12, then this value will be checked here, whether it's even. If it is even, then it will be printed. Otherwise, we'll go back there. And then it will be 13, then it will come inside the body of this for loop, it will check whether this is even. If 13 is not even, so it will not come inside the if block, it will go back to the loop. So the loop will be running as long as the condition is true, just like as usual. And inside the loop, you can do whatever the condition you want to run. That's up to you. Okay, so as long as the condition true, you're going inside doing something, and then you are coming to the update part, checking condition, doing something. Again, you are coming to the update part, checking the condition. If it is true, going inside the loop and doing something. That's all. Now let me run this program and let me show you how basically this is going to work. So let's see if I give starting value 10 and then ending value 20. You can see this time we have 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, as we expected. So now you can make this one more useful. Let's say we are going to run for start value 1, and then we are going to put the end value 100, and we want to see all the even numbers. And there you go, you can see all the even numbers there. Now, if you want to make this program if you want to take this program a little bit farther, you can do that. Let's say you want to count how many even numbers are there. This is something also we can do. And for that, we need a count variable to count how many times we are coming inside this if block, right? Because only if the number is even, then we are coming inside the if block. So we need to count how many times we are coming inside this if block. For that, we can create a variable called count. At the beginning, let's say there is no even number, so we are starting with 0. But only we are going to increment that when we are coming inside this if block. So we'll be incrementing by 1. And what's happening here? So at the beginning, there is no even number. If we have an even number, we are going to increment the counting and also printing. Again, we'll go through the loop. If there is an even number, the last value of count will be incremented by 1. And then, of course, we are printing. So the printing is just like before. But the new thing we introduce, we are going to start counting this time. So every time we find any even number, we will say, okay, we have one more. So at the beginning, we didn't have anything, any even value. But when we have any even value, okay, now we have 1. Then if we have another one, now we have 2, because 1 plus 1 will be 2, right? And here we can print the total, let's say, even numbers from m to n is, and then we can print that one. So %d. And we can print the count. But here, instead of m to n, I want to print the starting point and the ending point. Of course, the starting point is inside the variable m, and the ending point is inside the variable n, and the number of counts or the even numbers we have here. So here, instead of count, let's call it number of even numbers, or let's say even numbers. Total even numbers, let's call it like that. That's make more sense, okay? Total even numbers, okay? And now I can copy this, paste it here, and then finally we're going to print here. All right, so let's run this and let's see whether it does work. Here I'm going to run and compile again, and starting value, let's say this time I'm going to give 1, and value is 10. It's going to print all the even numbers from 1 to 10. Also, it's going to count as well. So we can see the even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8. That means total even numbers here is 4. And this is something we're getting here. But there should be at least one new line just to make this output more beautiful. So before the total, I can bring a new line here. So let's do that. We are going to compile it again. And before that, I want to clear the screen. So let's do that here. And let's run it again. Starting value is 1 and the ending value is 10. And there you go. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, and the total even number from 1 to 10 is 4. I'm sure you got the concept, what I meant by here. Now you can also count total odd numbers as well here. So let's say here I'm going to bring another one, total odd numbers. Again, as I mentioned, a program can be done many ways. So here at the beginning, I'm giving 0. And then when we can say that the number is odd number, let me just copy and paste this one. If the number is not even, then surely it's going to be odd number, right? In this case, we just want to count the odd numbers. So let me just copy this total odd numbers. We do not want to print. We just want to, just count. So now that we have counted the odd numbers, we can print. So total odd numbers from something to something, and then we can print that as well. Okay, so let's do that. Here we're going to run it again. Compile and run. This time we're going to give the starting value and the end value, let's say 5. So how many even numbers we will have inside this, and how many odd number? What do you think? So the even numbers is going to be here 2 and 4, only 2, and the odd number is 1, 3, 5. So there will be 3 odd numbers. So total even number is 2, of course, but the odd number doesn't show, right? Because we did not change here anything. So total odd numbers here should be, okay? Let me compile it, compile and run again. And this time I will clear the screen one more time. There you go. Let's run it again. Okay, starting value 1, ending value 5. And there you go. This time it works. Total even numbers is working fine, but total odd numbers that still show here too. And why is that? We need to find that one here. So if the number is not divisible by 2, then we need to increment total odd numbers. So here what we're doing, total odd numbers is 0. Okay, let me compile and run again before even checking anything else, because I want to be very much sure that everything is working fine here. So here starting value is 5, 1, ending value 5, and still we have the total number from 1 to 5. And why is that? Let's check that one out. So we are coming inside the loop. Let's say we have the value 1. If 1 is divisible by 2, which is not true in this case, we'll have the odd numbers. So odd numbers should be 1 in this case. Then when we have the, okay, now I got it. We are not running it until n. That's why the problem is happening. Okay, because we are not running it until 5. Let's say when we gave here 1 to 5, we did not run it until 5. We said less than 5. That was the issue. So let me run again, and this time it should work. I'm going to clear the screen for one more time just to make things a little bit better, and maybe I can make it more bigger just to show you how things are working. Okay, so start value 1 and value 5, and this time it should work, and there you go, it is working fine. Of course, we can print all the odd numbers and all the even numbers as well. That's something also possible. You can think about that. Maybe that can be your task. But for now, I just wanted to show you how to find the even number and odd number, and how to count something when you are inside the loop. And this is something you can practice. Surely this idea will be needed in the next few lessons as well.